My name is Angelica Giacella, and I am a human earth angel. I have an important message to prevent the health failing of 100 million people. Please watch this video and help all humans by sharing this video to those who need it with information, and be a human earth angel, selflessly helping someone, informing them with the information in this video, and saving their health and lives, and helping them to remind them to respect their dignity and the health and lives of others that they know, to prevent humans from suffering and others that they know, so everyone stays healthy and happy and continues to have their heaven on earth all the time while they are alive on earth, while they have one life to live and rightly deserve, to be respected by all. In this video, Angelica Giacella, I'm mentioning a message as humanitarian and caring, concerned earth angel, to respect yourself and others. Respect your health and dignity and the health and dignity of others. Do not drink any alcohol. Do not drink any alcohol, such as beer, and do not drink any alcohol with a high percentage of alcohol in it, or any high concentration. Out of respect for your own brain and organs' physical health, do not poison yourself. Save your health. It is most important. Alcohol severely damages the brain, teeth, mouth, tongue, esophagus, or food pipe, which humans swallow with, liver, the heart, and stomach lining, especially, and could cause permanent damage. A human could become brain damaged, put in coma for life, if drink too much high percentage of alcohol. It is always best to think things through first and educate yourself as to what I'm saying, and to share this information to help others so that they are informed and so that they know this information to prevent their own health from failing and let other humans know. There are many health concerns if a human internalizes a lot of alcohol, especially high percentage. Most hard liquors have 40% alcohol, or some amount close to it. To a human, this is considered poison. This is a very high percentage of alcohol, a chemical essentially. It is very hazardous and dangerous to human health. If a human internalizes too much alcohol, not well fed first or well rested, it severely damages the stomach lining and increases the chance of inflammation and conditions such as leaky gut, leading to more allergic reactions and different food substances, potentially for life, leaking into the bloodstream through the little holes damaged in your actual organs, the stomach, the lining, and intestines. It almost burned the stomach lining and the food pipe and mouth. Human organs are very delicate and easily damaged, and alcohol, especially high concentrations, essentially burns the mouth and food pipe, harms the teeth as stated, and stomach lining, which is in humans not easily healed, even over long periods of time, and severely damaged. It is worth a human to take the time to think things through and to inform others, to prevent their health failing in yours, to prevent a human from suffering this internal organ damage and liver damage as stated, and many other parts of the human physicality harmed. Severe brain damage. The chemicals in the alcohol of high concentration digested go or absorbed through the bloodstream to the brain and poison the brain. The brain itself is an organ that needs to be taken care of because it controls, keep in mind, 100 million different bodily functions at all times. If the harm is done to the brain and poisoned by high concentrations and percentage of alcohol and hard liquor, or too much intake of beer with percentage of alcohol that is harmful to human health, then the human brain is severely damaged. A human might be brain damaged for life and not be able to have a job or children for the rest of their life. It's something to consider, to think things through first. The human will then have damaged stomach, the stomach acids not in proper percentage or pH balance. The human will have a weak immune system and not be able to fight off various bacteria or viruses, especially these days COVID or variant strains, and will become very ill if they do get a virus such as this, and can't even fight off the common cold. So it is best to avoid drinking any alcohol, beer, and any other hard liquors. Think first. If you do not drink alcohol, you will not become drunken, and you will think clearly with a healthy brain. And internal organs you will have all your life. You will not be verbally abusive to someone that does not deserve it. If you do not drink alcohol, you will not be verbally abusive, potentially, and even at some cases intoxicated, and will not know but be abusive verbally or physically, which you don't want if drunken, to someone such as a child, to a wife, a husband, someone you're dating, a pet or a loved one, have emotions, soul, have a right to be respected, and don't want to see you drunken and yelling, will be offended and scared, and don't deserve to be disrespected by you in this way, obviously care for you and love you, and don't deserve to be mistreated by you. If you drink alcohol, you have to keep this in mind. You have no right to disrespect another human life. What you do affects, keep in mind and think this through, and remember this first before buying any alcohol, that your life affects another life. If you become brain damaged, if you drink too much alcohol and have a coma, you cannot function properly, your health will fail. You cannot do your job if you are a caregiver. You cannot take care of your children. They will not have a caregiver. Might become poor and live on the street, have no one to give them shelter, food, and don't deserve this. These are things to consider. Your family, friends, kids, neighbors, and pets do not deserve being disrespected by you if you become drunk. If you yell at them while drunk in ways that they don't deserve. You don't want to be yelled at by any drunken human, so please consider this and do not drink any alcohol, especially high amounts of it, harming your health and setting a wrong example for those around you, which you have no right to do. And that children, neighbors, and friends. Every life, keep in mind, affects another human life. And animals and have to be respected the way you want to be respected. And to be healthy, a good role model for your friends and family and your other humans you know and animals. And never to drink alcohol. If you drink too much alcohol or hard liquor of a high percentage, you might end up dead. A lot of humans might drink internalize rather too much alcohol, so please consider it, and their heart cannot handle it and die. Then they will lose a loved one, a wife or husband, a boyfriend, someone that loved care for them. A pet might not have an owner and become homeless. No caregiver to give them food. A child with no parent because of it and died and be crying their whole life and have no one to take care of them their whole life. And homeless and no one to give them food and shelter, and a loved one that they lost, that they loved to care for them and lost because they died, because they didn't have respect for their own health and life and of theirs, and had no right to do. Especially a parent or caregiver, someone to keep in mind if one day you want to have a child, then it is better not to drink any alcohol, especially at legal age, past when a teenager, because your health early in life affects your ability to have children later in life. Men, especially women, have to care for their health as long as possible, as early on, starting the late teenage years or at legal age when there's adult age is legal for humans to drink alcohol at all. To consider this, if you're going to think of having a child, you have to respect your own health, physicality, a temple for the spirit, your soul. The human is a physicality, brain, organs, all life force, mind, thoughts all belong to God. Every human has a dignity of God within them to respect themselves and their own health and others. If they're considering ever going to have children and another life, then they have to respect their health all their life, as starting at a young age, and never drink any alcohol, because their health will be negatively affected, and then whatever they have harmed health will affect them having children even later on in life. And no child deserves to be, when they're brought into life, into the womb and then into the world, to have any either parent either that was drunken, to have a child by accident when drunk, one of the parents leaving another one when they were drunk, then the child won't have a parent. The human's physicality and their health affects the other parent when having a child, to make sure that mother is not drinking before she has a child, because the child in the womb might become ill and doesn't deserve that is growing new cells to consider this a life, growing entirely new organs, and has a right to be respected by the mother, to be of perfect health and nutrients to internalize. The child in the womb is not safe from alcoholic substances internalized by the mother and will become ill and doesn't deserve this when it's not even born and doesn't have all this new little kind organs born yet, made yet rather, and has a dignity of God, a valued life to be respected by the mother and the father. And there's no parents have no right to disrespect any life, especially a child that's potentially going to be born or grown in the womb, to drink alcohol that is essentially poison, harmful to human health and organs in many ways, their own and brain. If they're going to drink, then they have to abstain from sexual encounters to prevent a child being born by accident when alcohol is consumed, out of respect of a potential life of an infant, so it won't be born, it won't grow in the womb of a mother that had alcoholic substance poisoning her brain and physicality in the bloodstream, preventing a life of a child being born with damaged brain, certain disorders, even while growing in the womb, as the parents have no right to disrespect a potential life or the life of a child in the womb by being negligent to their own health and not respecting their own dignity of God to care for their own health, not to drink alcohol, and then having sexual encounters while drunken, poisoning the brain and physical health in the bloodstream, too much alcohol, and having a child conceived and have no right to disrespect their own health and dignity and that of a child. An innocent life that belongs to God will have a soul, brain, mind, organs, physicality, has the right to have parents that never drank alcohol in their lives, respected their own physical health and well being, and dignity valued their own life, never to internalize toxic, poisonous substance chemicals such as alcohol, of proper health, brain and physical health, to care and love their own health, to care for each other, to never drink alcohol, never get drunk, and to conceive and have a child. The child is to be respected before it's born and loved into existence by both parents, not intoxicated, and have never internalized any alcohol. Out of respect of a potential life and the child in the womb, and then so it is healthy in the womb of a mother with no poisonous substance such as alcohol, toxic, in the bloodstream and in the brain. When the child is conceived and then in the womb will be healthy. When a mother that is physically healthy and active for 9 months to and take care of the infant in the womb while it's growing entirely new cells, to be of sound brain and mind, intelligent, to care for the baby in the womb until it's born and after, of proper physical health as a respect her own dignity and the dignity of a life, a valuable life and health of a little baby in the womb and after when it's born. And the right to be respected, to be born healthy into the world rather, of perfect health, and after, during, and after cared for by the mother in the womb of her own health and its health of this infant for approximately rather 9 months. It is important to remember for everyone to slow down in their lives and think things through, to remember that your health, your physical health, is very important for a human to be well rested and to be healthy so you can accomplish what you choose to do in life. If you internalize alcohol, 40% alcohol is essentially poison. It burns, as I stated, the mouth, organs, and stomach. Can't be healed. The liver is damaged, is a delicate organ, severely damaged for life, and have other organ damage. Brain damage, and human cannot drive. They might get in an accident, so please don't drink alcohol and then plan to drive. Get someone if you did, but don't drink to drive you. Always plan ahead, think things through. You have no right, no human has the right to be drunken and disrespect the life of another human being. Getting behind the wheel and potentially inadvertently killing someone or getting in an accident and harming another life. These are things that humans have to think things through and avoid drinking alcohol out of respect of their own life and others. Every human life, keep in mind, affects another life. All humans were loved into existence by their parents, and the mother carried them in the womb and took care of their health as a baby for 9 long months. Do not disrespect your health after this, ever by drinking alcohol, out of respect of your parents and the mother. The mother loved you into existence and cared for you and for her own health for 9 months to make sure you were born healthy into the world and cared for. A life valuable, respected by a human being mother and the father. Then raised properly as they could, financially put aside funding to take care of you, the human that is a valuable life to be respected, raised properly of clean mind to care for physical health, as everyone knows, to be healthy. If they respect their physical health as a good role model for everyone else that sees them, the parents are then respected by their child caring for their own health. The mother, to remember this, to never drink alcohol. Out of respect of your own parents and mother who took care of you and wants you to be healthy and happy and remember, 9 months in the womb, took care of you and her own health for you to be proper health and born healthy into the world and financially taken care of, had jobs, parents cared for you, and took care of as many months, years when a child learned to walk through the years. Educated, cared for. It is a huge effort on the part of a loving mother and father who cared for their own health and respect the dignity of your life to care for it, love it into existence, and to care for you for a very, very long time. So you have no right to disrespect your own health or anyone else's by drinking alcohol or promoting it to anyone else. Every human has a dignity of God within them, religious or not, to be respected as a human valuable life, to keep their health proper after the mother loved them into existence and cared for them and all their life, and to be a good moral role model for others, to be healthy, because other children, other humans look up to you, to all humans. Anyone that works in the alcohol industry to please listen to this video and share it to other humans. to help get rid of can easily do and close the doors of all liquor stores. Immediately will save the health and lives of 100 million people. All the liquor stores that sell, especially hard liquor, is approximately 40% alcohol. It is essentially poison. It is problematic to every human health. A human cannot handle a drop of it by itself, barely in the mouth, without having their tongue, an organ, damaged, burned, the esophagus when swallowed, and the stomach lining, stomach acids wrongly affected, and burned stomach lining. These are chemical burns. Internal, delicate organs, keep in mind, are very delicate tiny cells and easily harmed and burned. A human is poisoned. These are harmful chemicals. To think of it first this way, and for humans to contact these companies and tell them to close the doors. They will save the health and lives of 100 million people. 100 million people will not become brain damaged, have a coma induced by too much alcohol, severe stomach damage lining for life, more prone to allergies and inflammation because the stomach lining is damaged, perforated, holes in it, and intestines, have a weaker immune system as the gut is not healthy and has damaged stomach lining and intestines, become more prone to different allergies, and everything leaking into the bloodstream, and everyone become ill. A human might, as I stated, become drunken and get behind a wheel and cannot drive and harm someone else, and lives will be lost, and have no right to harm another life, might lose another parent, someone, or child, have no one to take care of them or care, even pet, no one loved one, they have a soul life to be respected, no one to take care of them for life, and poor, and no food given to them, and shelter for the rest of life, not for a second, for their whole life. So all humans, please consider this an act and file complaints and contact these liquor stores and the managers and push the issue to close the doors. These are the beer has enough percentage to intoxicate and harm a brain, mouth organs itself. No human can actually internalize a glass in any way. As I stated, a little drop is very harmful and too strong for anyone to swallow hard liquor. The pop going along with it has to be a whole glass in order to dilute it enough, even a drop for a human to internalize. A tiny drop of 40% alcohol or 30%. This is very strong. This alcohol is very poisonous. It has no benefit to any human health, and it shouldn't be on the market still in any way in any store. If humans keep this in mind and close all liquor stores, the 100 million lives and health of million people will be saved. No more drunkenness and disorderliness of humanity that drink. No more verbal abuse of loved ones, children suffering by humans drunken and disorderly that they don't deserve, being disrespected, their dignity of God, a valued life that has right to be respected and treated with respect of a human that loves them to care enough to never drink alcohol and never verbally abuse them when intoxicated. These are things to consider and to please share to all humans, to act, to share this video to all humans. A selfless, kind act such as this, listening and sharing information to a human, prevent them from drinking when telling them this information will save their own health and lives. They will stay healthy and then have proper brain and physical health to use and to do exercise, versus if they're drunken, have damaged internal organs and heart because of it for life, cannot swallow food barely, and cannot exercise, go to the gym for life. Humans need exercise to function, to keep their muscle health fit, proper. To walk even is very difficult for a human that has a damaged stomach and can internalize almost any food and is harmed and has, say, inflammation because it already damaged the stomach lining and is leaking things into their bloodstream. The immune system is done for. They cannot fight off even basic common cold after. The brain is severely damaged. They cannot function, get a job. Half the world is too cold to warm. Humans gonna be on the street freezing to death or in the sun and can't handle it when they have no job to afford a home because their brain damaged because of drinking alcohol. It is not for a second, it is severe brain damage and organ damage for life. This is 100 million seconds to be alive with severe damaged stomach that can't heal itself. The food pipe, burned, poisoned, the stomach, the brain. The alcohol is absorbed into the bloodstream and goes to the brain and harms it. What controls the rest of the body? A human has no right to harm themselves this way. Out there, especially think of it as your mother loved you for months and years, and parents raised you for 20 years and took you to school, a huge effort to care and raise you properly and cared for your health that much. And this cannot be disrespected by you internalizing any beer that has alcohol, any alcoholic substance, and any hard liquor that has 30% or any high percentage of alcohol. Please keep this in mind. Anyone who is potentially rather thinking of drinking any alcohol, any hard liquor, before they're going out on a date, before they're going to a dance club, avoid the hard liquor at all costs. Keep in mind this information shared to all. A human, if they're going out at night, needs to be well rested and care for their health and to have enough food internalized. A human functions off calories, glucose, nutritious food, needs electrolytes, such as internalized Gatorade, are healthier to drink a Gatorade with a sodium potassium electrolytes to help the nervous system and potassium for the heart versus drinking any alcohol. A human will go more further in life and have more calories to dance, to go out and have fun and socialize, be healthier, planning ahead that way to think, than to go out and eat food and get drunken even with on an empty stomach is very hazardous and not allowable. And have internalized a lot of alcohol and drunken and knocked unconscious and potentially in coma for life, cannot wake up. Nervous system damage, heart damage, potentially die. Have brain damage for life, cannot function, do a job, ever, cannot exercise, the heart damaged. Burned stomach for life, poisoned. Have their taste in their mouth receptors damaged, poison damaged, burned tongue, throat. Not easy to swallow after anything for life, not a second. These are organs that cannot be healed. Maybe over time will grow tiny cells, but even years might take if someone really care and internalize certain helpful foods to help the cells to heal. But the human organs are very delicate and easily damaged or burned, poisoned by high concentrations of alcohol, hard liquor. For example, Hennessy, different brands of alcohol well known, cognacs. All different types of beer are strong enough to burn them out. Poison, human. Stomach, food pipe. This damages then the intestinal lining. The liver is damaged. The kidney is damaged. Human has bladder problems, and no one wants this to happen. The human is dehydrated. It is not worth a human getting drunken. It is better for humans to care for their own health and be a good role model for other humans. To keep in mind to have enough food and glucose before going out, and I stated to drink even Gatorade before, to hydrate yourself first with enough water, electrolytes, and then go out and have enough energy to dance, to socialize. Be healthy and happy that way, and then sleep well rested and have a healthy life the next morning and do your job or go to school and learn. Healthy. Keep in mind when a human is young, they have to stay healthy and absorb as many nutrients as they can because when they get older, their health it fails and it's not easy for humans to absorb any nutrients. The longer a human stays healthy, they can physically do something. They move their muscles, be healthy, have a heart, healthy brain to the controls. Keep in mind 100 million functions: speaking, heart, circulatory system, muscle function, sense receptors, 100 million in the body at all times, immune system. If a part of the brain is damaged while a human is drunken, poisoned, then that part of the brain controls a function in human that will be damaged and human be disabled for life and cannot do the job or exercise, might not be able to have children, and they will suffer, and others they know will suffer, and they have no right to disrespect their own dignity, a human physicality that belongs to God. All humans keep in mind thought, brain, mind, soul, thoughts, their physical actions are judged on earth, religious or not, by God and Jesus and Holy Spirit. All humans are expected to care for their own physical health and be a temple that way for their soul, a clean minded to have a soul with good morals, and their spirit to use virtues that they have to help others. When a human is physically healthy, then they respect their created physicality, loved into existence by their mother and parents. As I stated, 9 months, keep in mind, took and cared for years to raise the child financially and love them, took the time every second to care for them, to raise this human, to be of proper health, and to never drink alcohol, to never promote it to anyone in any way. Humans have no right to promote a dangerous poisonous substance such as alcohol and hard liquor, even in advertising commercials, to disrespect potentially the lives of children, teenagers, other humans that might get the wrong idea and internalize alcohol. It is to be sold of age, but others younger is known. Sometimes drink is not allowed. Lives are harmed, lives are lost. Others are verbally abused. No one wants to see anyone drunk, parents crying. They care for the health of a child, a teen, or an adult, and no one wants to see them drunken and have a harmed brain after took care of their health. To keep in mind, have a damaged stomach for life, a sore throat, burned stomach lining, prone more to allergies with a leaky gut, damaged stomach lining and intestines, weak immune system. A human cannot function properly, get a job any date after, might not be able to have children themselves, severely damaged organs for life, cannot exercise, become ill over time, heart is damaged with no exercise, their lives affect another life. Always think first, intelligently, and then act. Your loved ones want you to be healthy and happy all your life. So be healthy and happy and never drink any alcohol. If you do not drink alcohol, you will be physically healthy and be able to use your healthy body to help others, to take care of your kids and pets, to play with them, to take them to sports, to teach them intelligent things with your healthy brain and raise them well as they rightly deserve, to have a proper role model and to be treated with respect by their parent or caregiver in these ways. Every human, wife, husband, parent, caregiver, child, pet, etc., have a life, brain, mind, soul, a personality, emotions, that all belong to God and have a right to be respected and treated as you want to be treated and respected, not seeing them drinking alcohol and becoming drunken and mistreating them in ways they do not deserve and making them cry in thoughts, brain, mind, heart, and soul and negatively affecting their health. Humans have no right to mistreat or disrespect the dignity of another human in any way, or a pet animal, or any living creature, nature. All has a life in any of the ways just mentioned, or to sin against them in these ways. As a respect of Jesus as well does exist in all humans subject on earth to judgment, for humans know to morally do right, religious or not, out of respect of Jesus, suffered, died, went to heaven to respect him and never morally do wrong, and wrong themselves and definitely not have no right to wrong another life, by even becoming drunk in themselves and even others having others to see this, which they don't deserve. All human thoughts, physical actions, such as drinking alcohol, harming their own health, and disrespecting others by drinking and becoming disorderly, ill, yelling at someone, killing someone while drunken, in a car accident, dying, when overdosed on alcohol, are recorded in humans by the heavens and judged by God and Jesus and Holy Spirit on earth. Religious or not, it is best to do morally and ethically right, out of respect of your physicality, brain, and mind and soul, that belong to God, rather, which is a temple for the Holy Spirit, your soul, which you have to use your virtues and gifts of the Spirit to intelligently help others, to be a good moral example for others, when you are of proper health, rather, and brain, without the drinking alcohol and not poison, you can use your healthy muscles and hard brain to think educatedly and selflessly without expecting anything in return or any reward, to be educated and help others, to prevent their suffering, to help them in the ways that they need, and be a human earth angel, to use your God given healthy physicality that your parents loved into existence, especially mother, and took care of you for 9 months in womb, is a long time and years till you are an adult to remember. Then use this healthy physicality and what your parents cared enough to be a good example and teachers to raise you properly, to use your virtues and proper health to help others that need your help. And you will have the physical capabilities, muscles healthy to move and heart, well rested, and to care and to help those other humans that need your help. To study, invest more time into studying, learning something to help someone instead of drinking alcohol and poisoning your health and brain and cannot accomplish anything in your own life. You don't set a good moral example for anyone else. Everyone else is crying offended because you drank and had no right to disrespect them by drinking in itself. They didn't want to see you harmed yourself, your brain and organs, and don't want to see you suffering, but you to think this through and to never drink alcohol because your life will affect another life, your parents that cared for you for almost 20 years since baby born and in womb, and all teachers that cared enough to morally see you right and want you to be happy, and all other family members, other siblings and pets that love you and don't want you to be harmed and see you drunken, have damaged stomach lining or organs or brain damage for life, and you have no right to disrespect them if you become drunken and harm your organs. Then they are offended crying, and you have no right to disrespect them this way. They have a life and soul, a dignity of God to be respected by you, a human being, to care out of respect of yourself and your own health, not to drink alcohol and be harm your own health, that they cared for you enough to make sure it was healthy, and you cannot disrespect them by drinking alcohol yourself and harming your own health. You have no right to do. This is something to consider for all humans potentially thinking of drinking alcohol and why to avoid drinking any beer that contains alcohol, any other alcoholic beverages, any other high liquor concentration alcoholic beverages, hard liquor. 30%, 40% is essentially poison. It burns the stomach lining, the throat, tongue. A human might have a sore throat, not be able to speak properly for life. Severely brain damage, potentially coma, liver damage, kidney for life, a damaged immune system, stomach lining for sure, and problems with eating certain foods for life and can't exercise and ill. Potentially need a caregiver and can't afford it, and wronged and other humans crying affected and animals seeing a human harmed. Their life that they loved and had no right to disrespect them knew. So please keep this information in mind. Everyone, think things through. Please care for your own health. Please, everyone who can, magazines, online, if you see advertisements, if you can, you act. Get rid of them. Promoting any alcoholic beverages, beer, hard liquor, those in the club industry, to make sure that they get them to phone them and put this video and let them know how that potentially affects others in the club will be harmed and they might affect negatively someone else. To please don't sell any alcohol, don't sell any hard liquor. Tell them to put signs and enter at the entrance that humans have to be well fed and well rested to assess their health when they enter. I ask certain questions and see obviously if they're healthy enough to enter a club, not already too tired and about to drink alcohol. Not to sell alcohol to anyone, to care for human health. Put a sign, no alcoholic beverages allowed, out of respect human health. A human that's gonna stay up all night to dance needs obviously well rested and well fed and nutrients, not to go there and cannot dance if they're drinking alcohol. They have no calories. They are burning their cat's stomach lining and mouth and harming their health. Their brain is damaged and cannot circulate proper nutrients to where they need to go and harmed and accomplish nothing except severe harm. And then the muscles don't have enough circulation, oxygen are poisoned. Humans already have then lactate buildup in muscles of the heart, not enough proper blood flow is poisoned into the brain. And human overall health is severely damaged. And a human overexert themselves of heart damage for life. And it is not worth a human to be let into a club gonna sell alcohol, to have 100 people to enter and know this is gonna happen, so they harm their health. So whoever owns nightclubs, dance clubs, to make sure you don't promote the sales of any hard liquor, keep in mind that one drop is very poisonous. A human under tongue cannot internalize one drop of hard liquor. Even in a whole glass, say with pop beverage added to it, it is still harmful to human health. A human can barely internalize that. In a shot of hard liquor, this is already, say, 100 drops of poison, a chemical substance that will severely harm the mouth and throat, internal stomach lining, and organs, damage the human stomach lining, harm the immune system, damage the liver, can eat a one shot that a human can internalize a drop of 40% alcohol. Vodka, cognac, different spirits, wine, for example, all have severely high amount or percentage concentration of alcohol. It is almost like drinking gasoline. It is pure poison. Causes internal burns on organs, very delicate cells. So it is not worth internalizing ever or promoting to any human to buy it. Any human in the industry, keep in mind in advertising, every human job has and his nose is going to work with other humans, and the advertising industry and commercials and magazines and online social media know the industry that promote the clubs make the advertisements that they are going to affect another 100 million people, or the amount of humans, patrons, customers. It is their job to do morally right under God and promote the health and well-being of all their patrons and customers. The humans gonna potentially go to the club, these advertisers that make the commercials, that print the ads for the dance clubs, nightclubs, for all other restaurants that potentially sell alcohol, that have them on their wine list. These wine has a high percentage of alcohol. It's poisonous. Excuse me. Please keep in mind, all restaurant owners and everyone who hears this video, share it to all those people to inform them potentially what they are selling, about to sell to their patrons, their customers, and what is going to harm their potential customers. It is not worth a human disrespecting their own dignity. An intelligent human that was raised by their own parents and mother loved them and taught them to respect their dignity and health, and to be intelligent, raised by teachers for 20 years, then to work in an industry, in a restaurant, a nightclub, a commercial agency, a magazine industry agency, managers, owners, in the TV industry, to promote the liquor industry, advertisements that make the posters, TV ads, online ads, videos that promote any hard liquor sales, that promote, and those in the music industry that have almost every music video with high percentage of alcohol glamorized there, and separate issue cigars, which is also very harmful and causes cancer and harms the lungs and poisons humans, and cigarettes. To consider this, that their job descriptions and they have a high amount, millions potentially people, and different restaurants, hundreds of patrons rather, and customers that dine in every day or night. The commercials affect 100 million viewers on TV, especially well-known channels and networks, also morally obligated under God and by law on earth know when they're employed or asked by employers if you're going to respect the dignity of a valuable human life and health, brain, physical health of those that you're going to work with, other humans they know, and the other humanity and the customers below them that they employ, that they affect the other employers, that the employer rather that employs other employees under them, that work in the restaurants, in stores, in the music industry, the singers, if they make the music videos, that industry, those owners, the managers, they know under God they have to set a morally right example because they're gonna, in the music nightclub industries, in the song lyrics, to leave out alcohol words, to human foul complaints if they do use them, to help prevent the health failing of 100 million people, to save their lives, to prevent them from negatively affecting other lives, prevent other lives from being lost rather, to prevent people from becoming what they would normally not do, being drunken and disorderly, not remembering what they did, and offending the loved ones' lives, becoming intoxicated and becoming drunken, potentially getting in a car accident or causing another one, harming another life that might end up in a hospital for years or dead, human put in a coma with too much alcohol. They lose a caregiver, a pet, loved one, has a soul life affected wrongly. No caregiver on the street then. No one to take care of it, to feed it. Children. To all these humans that work in this industry, in all of these mentioned, the creators of this hard liquor, they are under God. No one they're hired to do the right thing, to never create this alcohol, to never promote the sales of it. According to, even as stated, it is a high percentage of alcohol in the well-known hard liquor, and even in beer, that is considered poisonous. In a chemical lab, according to scientists, these are harmful chemicals, very toxic, dangerous to human health and brain, delicate organs, and are not considered safe for human consumption. These are essentially poison. Very severe poison, almost like gasoline. Have no benefit to human health, no benefit to human brain health or physical health, and have to be avoided and never promoted and by any human in any industry, in any restaurant owner need to take it off their, make sure they don't have a wine list, no champagne list with alcohol. Make sure they don't have any hard liquor list for sure. No sales of cognac, no sales of vodka, no sales of other spirits, brandy, any other types of, there's millions of hard liquor. No other sales of beer containing alcohol. To make sure they don't have any lists of these in a restaurant. To inform patrons that they care for the human life. If they are going to have a wine list there with alcohol or hard liquor that a human can obviously consume a tiny drop and gonna disrespect a human to sell it for many, many dollars, even most sell more than it's actually worth. Even with pop, a human cannot consume, even if diluted with a whole glass. It harms the organs still. Obviously, that restaurant owner, if they're gonna have a list of hard liquor there to sell, are not thinking of respecting another human life and health, and should not have any patrons going or customers to the restaurant. These humans have no respect for any other human life, and according to law on earth and their employers or managers, they are asked if they're going to respect human life. If they are going to, on health of their customers, they affect another human being, under God, then they can make their paycheck. If they are not, they're going to promote the sales, advertisements in their restaurant, nightclubs of alcohol, the singers, the music industry, and all the other companies that actually make the alcohol, those that created the alcohol brands, all those that put the advertisements, commercials on TV, online, they do not have the best interest in respecting their own health, are obviously not intelligent enough and know to respect all humanity, that they're going to have a million viewers of these advertisements in the world, and the TV channels that also their job is to morally do right and set a good example for all humanity, and never put these advertisements and commercials by law they know on these shows, on their networks, on the TV channels, on the online channels. All advertisements, commercials, paper ones, online, all the different advertisements for the music videos, 100 million. Any video that a singer, male or woman, singer well known or actress, in a magazine, all their employers, and all the in the digital graphics industry that make the videos, all under God, keep in mind, and by law on earth, have to morally do right and are asked when employed if they're going to hire staff, if they're going to treat their employees and a million viewers under them with the respect that they rightly deserve, with a good moral example, and not to promote the sales of hard liquor and alcohol in any way, never glamorize it. If they do, they cannot make their paycheck. They are going to disrespect the dignity of a valuable human, 100 million lives viewing this, and have no right to do. Sin against and morally do wrong against 100 million people that will view these commercials, and children and adversely teens, adults of all ages, will get the wrong idea, especially those that went to the clubs and have promoted with these music videos, even playing in the clubs and human cities, purchasing and paying $100 more than the bottle is worth, of a whole bottle of 40% alcohol that is pure poison, that no human can internalize a drop of, and not worth spending a cent of, that most all humanity known is poor, work hard these days and barely get a job, would pay the $1 million to make these advertisements. These humans are not setting a morally right example and couldn't be hired. Whoever hired them didn't either follow up or hire a good employee, a good digital graphic designer of a music video. They didn't hire a proper singer or a woman or man that cared enough to respect their own health and dignity, not promote hard liquor in their videos, cigars even, cigarettes separately, substances, beer, that are severely harmful to the human brain and organs that mostly result in human drunkenness, intoxication, that leads to others, their parents suffering, and loved ones, most verbally abused, lives lost as stated, accidents, lost loved ones, and poor, children offended crying, the loved ones yelling at them drunken, don't even remember that, brain damage, can't take care of them, can't take them to sports, animals crying, they have souls, offended, seeing, hearing, yelling, have no right to be, no one has the right to disrespect any of these loved ones, friends, family, by being drunken. And the humans that promote this industry have no right. They know the risks that this might happen to humans and have no right to promote a dangerous, intoxicating substance such as hard liquor. Under God, they don't get away with this, are judged instantly on earth in their thoughts, mind, actions of thinking of creating these ads, commercials, the singers, all the industry, music industry managers, the owners. They obviously hired morally wrong singers. They can't make the $1 million because they're offending humans and no right to do. They know in their job description have to resign, put formal apologies, use the money that they wrongly made and to help the victims if wronged by alcohol, promoted by them and those in the industry, their singers, to fire them. They have no right to disrespect or offend anyone. They know when hired. Under God, they don't get away with it. And the human dignity keep in mind to tell everyone to restore all, respect for all, that a human rightly deserves, and all humanity, good examples, but he's making the $1 billion for years. Millions suffered, lives lost, and these humans actually have criminal charges against them. They set a morally wrong example, and if they led someone to drinking alcohol, promoting it wrongly, selling in clubs, they know in their job description they are not allowed to do by law and by God. If they do it, they have other legal problems. They cannot make their paycheck. They have to give their paycheck back to whoever employed them, rectify, help any victims that were wronged by alcohol, apologize to them, sincerely seek forgiveness from these humans that they wronged. They cannot make their paycheck. They're supposed to know they work with humans and employ proper employees and follow up in the proper clubs to never sell alcohol, to care for the health and well-being and lives, the brain, physical health of humans, their patrons, their customers, all restaurant owners, club owners, all commercial humans that make commercials rather in the industries, on TV shows, between TV shows, posters, advertisements in magazines, e-journals, books, online, advertisements between videos, different sites, all music videos that were made, humans that went along know to make proper music videos that respect the health and well-being of humans and never promote alcohol. They know when they're hired to never promote the sales of illegal substances. These substances are considered poisonous, severely hazardous to human brain and physical health. To think of it as a scientist would, this is 40% of alcohol in all hard liquor, cognac, vodka, brandy, wine, champagne. High percentage of alcohol, a substance, a byproduct in a chemical lab. It is poisonous and burning internal organs. It is not beneficial to human health and is, as I stated, like gasoline. No human internalizes gasoline, but this is what 40% alcohol is. Hennessy, Courvoisier types of cognac, vodka, humans take shots of these, are beyond stupid and disrespectful of their own health. And if when these people would file complaints and think of this first in their own health and help others inform this and think of the legal matters of employers to deal with them, file the complaints as whoever has higher level jobs to get to the highest offices of these advertising companies, the managers, owners, and the liquor industry itself, to close the doors, to stop selling these dangerous substances. It's supposed to be done in the world for years. A lot of people have cared over time, don't sell alcohol in places, clubs, but it still goes on. Even though most places are closed during COVID and variant strain times to prevent the spread of coronavirus and variant strains, humans still have to think things through and remember this above all, and you can use this to help get rid of the liquor industry. Get rid of poison. Get rid of a toxic substance that burns the internal organs that humans cannot heal ever, cause brain damage, comas, damaged organs. For humans to consider this and to contact, if humans have time, some have more than others. Restaurants, if they walk by, see that they have a wine list, hardcore liquor, high percentage alcohol sold potentially in that place, to let the restaurant owners know that they cannot sell alcohol. They are going to disrespect their customers' health. Those humans will suffer internal organ damage, and they have no right to do. To take it away there, to make sure that they cannot sell this, to tell them to close the doors until they remove their wine lists, have high percent alcohol, vodka, cognac, spirits, beer. It is a restaurant intended for humans for proper health, as most know. The restaurants to have food for humans that need food to think of for energy to function. The brain needs glucose, sugar, in the blood to function, organs, to muscles to move, heart to be healthy. Most restaurants these days are geared toward proper health. But those that cannot know, and they know, one, the managers, this other higher level that have these restaurants that open, the major ones, to never have and sell hard liquor or beer. They know the risk that human health and lives of their customers will be in danger, and by law cannot sell any alcohol. They cannot have the no right to disrespect the dignity of another human life and endanger it, knowing that it is a poisonous substance of a high amount of chemicals. Think of in a lab, a scientist knows that this is a byproduct, alcohol, already, and is a severely hazardous and poisonous. It is not beneficial to human health of brain and organs, causes internal bodily harm, brain and organs, burns, not healable. There are no cures. There is no health benefit to it being sold to the customers, patrons. Is if a human, the humans buy it by free will of choice, but it is the job of the restaurant owner not to sell it. To care and respect the lives and health of their potential customers and patrons, the club owners, dance club owners, nightclub owners. They have no right to disrespect the dignity of their customers, patrons, by promoting or selling any hard liquor that is purely harmful to human health and no benefit to health at all. They know they might sell it, and then harm the organs of a human. They obviously have no respect for another human life and should be avoided, these clubs, and put signs, and people tell them to put a sign that these humans obviously should be have their clubs avoided, that they don't respect any other human life, are going to sell alcohol, hard liquor, beer, different cognacs, vodka, shots. Shots, as I stated, have 100 drops in one little shot glass of one drop that human cannot handle on their tongue and swallow without being burned. Chemical burns, poisoned, and have damage potential, tongue, lost sense of taste on the tongue, that part, and the throat harm, can't swallow properly, coughing for life, burned stomach, for in one drop, and internalize the whole shot and burn their whole tongue, mouth, and harm stomach lining, and be ill for life. And by law, and as stated under God, they cannot, and under everyone, judge religious or not, honor it right away in their actions thus to sell these or promote this. The advertisers have illegally wronged 100 million lives. They have no right to disrespect the dignity and lives of other humans. They know when they are employed, when employers asking them, they know they're going to affect their advertisements, 100 million viewers, to make proper advertisements for products that are proper to human health and life. If they're going to promote alcohol, they cannot be hired and shouldn't be hired in the first place. There are laws on earth and under God. Those that are hired and promoting alcohol have to be fired, give back their paychecks for as long as they worked and promoted this harmful substance. Of all hard liquor, of all vodka, all types of spirits, all types of champagne containing alcohol, all types of wines containing liquor, a high percentage of alcohol, brandy, all types of cognac, vodka, stated beer. All of these have to be these humans assessed immediately. Whoever knows, act now as a human, save the health and lives of 100 million people, save humans have their time wasted seeing advertisements useless that most humans obviously don't drink and care for their health and right to be respected, to never see these advertisements at all. For alcohol, hard liquor, human time can't be wasted. Everyone has a valuable life to be respected, as everyone chooses themselves to be respected, a dignity of God within them, religious or not. Every human health is important, and everyone needs to remember this, their own health. They choose to be healthy, and I would love everyone else to respect their health and life as they want to be respected. Most of those humans promoting hard liquor do not drink it themselves. They know they have a job to do, intelligent, and have a job to go to, but they sell it and other people lose their jobs because they're drunken, have brain damage. There are laws, there are criminal charges to be filed. Humans have freedom of choice to drink the alcohol consumed, but they're promoting this illegally, and humans are wronged in certain ways. Their lives lost, and it is the job of the restaurant owners, club owners, those in making commercials, to morally do right or turn their paycheck in, help provide funding to those that are victims in the ways that they need, put formal apologies rather to the customers, the patrons that were wronged because of their wrong example. The commercials of humans offended have rights, don't want to see this. Lives lost, ask their forgiveness, sincerely apologize, and make sure they never do it again, to make problematic alcohol, hard liquor, beer advertisements that will endanger the lives of potentially 100 million people in every country in the whole world. Will promote this harmful substance rather to humans. It is chemicals from a lab poison. To be avoided has no benefit to the brain organs. When the brain is harmed, it cannot be healed. Internal organs delicate, keep in mind, and harmed, burned. They never heal. A human next million seconds after that is ill and cannot function and do a job. Is a bad moral example for other humans, others affected crying, and the rest of humanity is wrongly affected, and no one has the right to disrespect their own health after the mother loved them and parents and raised them for 20 years to drink alcohol and disrespect them that way, and their own health and lives. Under God, so overall, it is best for humans to think about and to help close the doors of all liquor stores. Easily done. Humans file complaint, avoid the places, they close the doors. No more hard liquor sold, no more poison sold. They stopped using the $1 million they make to harm 100 lives. Millions. The beer is not sold, humans not offended, humans, family members not crying, dogs not crying, pets offended, yelled at, needlessly by drunken humans that know they care for them but disrespect them by drinking alcohol. If it's not sold, then humans cannot have a chance to buy it. If it's not promoted, humans less chance of thinking about it even, and they will not buy the alcohol, will not go to the nightclubs and be drunk and to kill humans potentially and harm, verbally abuse men, women, children that they don't deserve. They have no right to offend other humans, are emotionally strained. Humans have rights to be respected by all other humans. There are ethics laws, bioethics laws that are rather against hard liquor being sold, even made. Beer, it is a harmful toxic substance, poisonous as stated. Not beneficial to health in any way. Leads to humans after internalized being depressed and have severe brain damage. Not easy to socialize with others. No one wants to really get along with them because they are offensive or have brain damage. Are not easy to be dealt with after they internalized too much alcohol, potentially for life. They then negatively affect other humans. They have no right to do. All humans, religious or not, are judged on earth right away. To keep in mind in their thoughts and actions who sell and promote this in industries and restaurants to make sure you take away your wine lists, hardcore liquor and beer lists, and don't sell it and don't promote it. Save this money. The liquor industry put it into something beneficial to promote and sell, change your company to something that helps human health. Then you will promote the health and well-being of humanity and make your paycheck for something proper. If not, close your doors, turn your paycheck in, and don't harm human life and health that you'd have no right to do. You have no right to offend a human, potentially seeing commercials that you know are offensive, no human wants to see. The music industry, 100 million in the world, made the billions of dollars is enough. 100 million lives lost, 100 million suffered. They paid the $1 million to glamorize hard liquor that no one can drink and result in human stomach and organs burned. Humans poor and brain damage because of it. Humans are poor, bought the alcohol that they work hard money for and have poor no money to eat food. No home, are drunken, cannot have a job after for life. And those made the millions cannot morally under God know. They all have to, all singers that did this in their music videos that offended humans, that glamorized this liquor industry, They were hired to sing proper songs that respect humanity. Whoever hired the ones that morally did wrong in the videographic industry that made the videos under God was hired to do a morally right example. We're gonna rightly have to affect 100 million viewers to set a morally right example under God, or they cannot do their job and cannot make videographic videos, music videos, movies, commercials, advertisements having promoting alcoholic beverages, sales of hard liquor of any kind, of wines containing high percentage concentrations of alcohol, of a beer containing alcohol. Separately, also the cigar industry and cigarettes obviously causes cancer and harms the lungs. No one can breathe that in. And the weed. It is never beneficial to human health. All of them have poison, keep in mind, and blood, when digested, absorbed into the bloodstream and harms the brain, which controls all bodily functions, and a human cannot function ever and never can be healed from it. Their mother loved them into existence for 9 months, and human parents raised them and teachers the best role models they can. Is 20 long years, then they have no right to disrespect their parents by becoming drunken, harm their poison the brain and organs, to internalize substances like this beer and hard liquors, to disrespect the dignity of their family members, loved ones, by internalizing different hazardous chemicals that cause internal bodily harm, smoking cigarettes as well, cigars in these industries too. They know for years. Under God and humans to file complaints like this, there are more laws, humans more laws than I do, but there are laws that can be used to get these people have fines, to close the doors, to make sure they hire humans that will find singers that will care to not promote the liquor industry and fire those that did, to take away their paychecks. They had no right to offend humans. They cannot promote this industry of harmful chemicals that doesn't benefit human health at all, is entirely harmful to the brain and organs, as everyone knows. They cannot morally do wrong, offend anyone by this, and no, but did. Then they have to be fired and turn their paychecks in. Help the victims, hire someone who will care, and hire humans that won't promote the liquor industry, cigars, cigarette sales. And 100 million viewers will not be offended. Their souls, lives, that God given dignity, religious or not, have. They will not be morally wronged. Have a good example, their emotion, heart not strained seeing this, hearing about it in advertisements on magazines, their time wasted not by seeing these advertisements that most humans obviously don't drink because they care for their health. And the cigar and cigarettes, weed, hard liquor, and alcohol for humans to call these people that everyone has those internet access phones, like such as iPhones. There's a contact complaint departments for each office, manager offices, to find them, contact them, file complaint, follow up, humans to act. If they push the issue of this human dignity to respect of others, these all job descriptions know. And by law on earth and under God, they have to morally do right, and I respect Jesus, religious or not. No human gets away with. No, they have to do morally right and cannot sin against to do anything wrong. It is recorded in every human soul, brain, thoughts, and physicality actions. They cannot act and make an advertisement that they know in their job description it will be morally offensive, promote a human harm life, potentially leading to death, of the sales of hard liquor, alcoholic beverages, cigars, cigarettes, weed, any other intoxicating substance, chemicals, These are all poisonous. To think of in a lab, it is a byproduct in a lab and is hazardous chemicals that scientists obviously know and all humans do not internalize. It has no nutritious value, entirely poisonous, brain damaging and organ damaging, causing internal burns. Cannot be sold, cannot be promoted, and needs to be taken off the market. Every human tell them what this happened like this. Humans that know further laws about this can easily get put fines on these humans to close the doors. If they don't, stop them from selling it, tell them to close the doors, and cannot promote sales. Millions of lives saved in health. Other humans' lives' dignity at stake to keep in mind that their lives will the children not be yelled at by drunken people. Animals as well respected, have rights, souls, kindness, hearts of them all, have personalities, not be yelled at here. Human drinking even come stumbling at night, scared in the middle of the night, have a heart attack, almost die, startled, children yelled at, verbally abused, family members, wives, parents by drunken individuals have no right to drink and harm their own health and disrespect anyone this way. To think of how humans want to be respected, they don't want anyone drunk and coming yelling at them. See a neighbor, someone stumbling in the middle of the night, playing music loudly, drinking disorderly. No one wants to see a human like this, I know, and as humanity knows. To prevent this, so that make sure that humans, to where it starts, those that have a job under God, every job description. Music industry, whoever is working there, make sure you hire proper singers. If they're not doing right in their music videos, fire them. All the videos that they did over the years that are wrong, you have to take away the money they made. Whoever hires them knows this more than I do. They didn't morally set a right example. They promoted wrong sales of liquor, cigars, smoking, hazardous to human health, offensive to humans, even viewing by chance passing online. Have no right to disrespect any viewer this way. It is clearly known over the years that these are substances that most humans avoid and it should not be sold at all, are severely harmful to human health, and need to be taken off the market. All advertisements recycled, put into beneficial advertisements to help prevent the spread of COVID, something helpful to human health, for example, online, more beneficial to what humans actually need to intelligently respect humans. The music industry to be intelligent and smart enough and care for humans, and all those since the 90s mostly turned from right side to wrong, morally promoting wrong, to turn in their paychecks for years and formally apologize to all the viewers in the world. Had no right to disrespect any of them, promote any wrong. They never do. They weren't allowed to be hired. Whoever hired them did beyond wrong, and under by law and under God in their job description, they couldn't hire any offensive singers that promote the liquor industry or smoking or any morally wrong offensive content. They have no right to disrespect dignity of other viewers. Their vision a human to be offended, crying in any way to hear this. There are strict laws on earth and under God. They have to be stopped and they turn in their paychecks. They made the billions even over years, still have to give it back to this employer to help rectify and put a formal apology to their victims, viewers. Any human that filed complaints wrong to give the money improper to resolve it with that way. To ask their forgiveness, sincerely apologize. Humans have a soul life and right to be treated with respect and formally be apologized to and to ask their forgiveness for they morally offended them, had no right to do. Promoted the sales of hard liquor, lives of family members lost, they had no right to do. Alcoholic beverages, The commercial industry invested millions when they could use that money to put an advertisement and help the poor. This is billions of dollars that these humans made and live in luxury while people died and are morally wronged, and commercials that every human offended looks away and strain their heart even neck to look away because they don't want to see. A human is wronged that way, viewers, in itself. A human soul is offended morally, at dignity. There are laws. A human can't be disrespected this way. The humans file the complaints and act. We human earth angels. Use your virtues gifts. Be intelligent. File certain complaints is easier online now. Managers go for the highest departments, whoever can possible. Whoever knows the laws more. Tell them these main ones under God. Their job description, if they morally to work with humans to respect dignity in all ways, to be morally right. If they're not gonna do this, they couldn't make their paycheck even over years previously, have to turn it in. They did morally wrong, 100 million people wrong morally, disrespected God-given dignity, not to be wrong, had supposed to be a good moral example, never promote alcohol sales. They knew in their job description not to hire singers that were gonna have videos with alcohol there, glamorized, bottles, cigars, cigarettes, beer, but they did. They cannot make their money. They have to give it back. They have to right the wrongs that they did to the viewers. Anyone that complained, apologize. Take the time. This has to be righted on the earth. Respect Jesus. Suffered, died. Everyone, religious or not, is recorded on earth, judged this way. Have to do morally right out of respect of Jesus. Cannot disrespect their own health and dignity or anyone else. They have no right to disrespect anyone else, to even promote a harmful substance like this in any commercial, any restaurant, advertisement, magazine article, online, advertisements between movies, in books. All the humans that made the money couldn't have to give it back. To employ them, put it into something proper, morally right to rectify this, to help any potential victims, wrong that suffered because of it. Humans to restore order and respect of all humanity. The humans offended will let it go, but some have taken the time, then please act, file the complaints, state these exact words. Respect human dignity, and all job descriptions know that they're going to affect other customers and people, million viewers. If they're not going to hire someone that cares not to promote alcohol, then they cannot work and give their paycheck to someone who's poor, but will is an educated and will care to make sure they hire singers that care for humans and not promote alcohol sales, not make videos that pay $1 million to put alcoholic beverages in their videos. These are $100 million to make one video, invest these singers in the industry to put and ship a truck and get people to hire to put in their videos bottles of harmful 40% alcoholic beverages. They made the money of this in the industry, not allowed, could use this to help humanity, to never sell this. These humans know and they're wronging 100 million viewers every day for over 20 years, most since 1990s. They have no right to disrespect humans. Millions lives seen, clubs, other lost, offended, drunken, 100,000 people in one a night alone. Burned internal organs, drinking hard liquor, shots one after another. Human owners of the clubs are morally responsible. They cannot do this to humans, but they let them enter these humans and harmed, and these people can be fined, and their result in humans, the human patrons have choice, but to consume and buy these, but the humans that already opened these doors and sold the liquor obviously know this is poison and gonna harm their patient customers, have no respect for human life, and should not have anyone going to their clubs so people can mention this and tell them to close the doors. They will save the lives and health of 100,000 people that go there every night over a year. No organs burned in the mouth, alcohol. No more verbally abusive, stumbling home, scaring animals, children, middle of the night. And then drunken, cannot have a job, brain damaged. One night alone, 1,000 people. Organs, stomach damage for life. No way to internalize proper food. Can't do a job for years. Parents lost, car accidents. Those humans that open the clubs and restaurants, please, everyone act. Simple phone calls. There are laws. People no more, as I stated, on earth cannot be responsible if they're going to be for selling illegal, harmful, poisonous substances to harm human organs as a stated poison, to burn the organs of hard liquor sales, promote, and wine and the champagne too, and alcohol, then these humans don't respect human life of their patrons. They cannot make their paycheck, have to be fired. Any patrons that they harm wrongly and inadvertently, but they had choice depending what the law is, have to rectify this. Apologize to patrons. I'm not going to sell alcohol no more. Please forgive me. Do something, money, financial, to rectify whoever the victims were. When proper, it has to be done on the earth in 100 million places and restaurants and bars and the music industry, commercial advertisements, posters. Put $1 million funding this for a bottle liquor that can be invested into save the planet, help something proper. I put proper nutrition courses on instead, music videos instead, that I promote a proper singer that's intelligent. All the ones that have been since 90s that put more makeup for 20 years and promote this are morally wrong to be taking all their paychecks away and entirely put them in prison, and to give this money and put it in to apologize to the all humanity, children, all humans, myself, and 100 million people offended, disrespected by even hearing it when they don't even choose to, for years, and other reasons why these humans already beyond billions may live in luxury while people, even poor, fun, supported, bought their albums, but they morally did wrong. Millions of lives lost, offended, had no right to be offended this way. They know they can't, but under God and by law, sing these songs and be promoted. Whoever is hiring, the jobs there working have to have their paychecks taken away. They have to morally fix everything. Apologize to the viewers for years. Even over the years that they offended humans, still have to. They use their money for vacation. Take a money loan out. Give it back to whoever the wrong victims. Fix everything morally right on earth. They had no right to offend anyone. They know when they're hiring people, when they were hired, they're asked by all employers, are you going to hire proper singers, proper promoters of clubs, restaurant owners? Are you going to care for your customers, patrons, respect their dignity of a valuable life and health, morals? If not, I cannot hire you. You cannot make your paycheck because you're going to harm someone's life, and you know right to promote alcohol, hard liquor, cigars, cigarettes. You don't have any right to do, no human does, to harm another life by advertising something that will potentially harm another 100 million lives, which it has done over the years. To simple complaints people do and have to act. Will close the doors of all liquor stores as a place of poison bottles, essentially think that way. It never helps human health, harms, burns the mouth, organ, stomach for life, not healed, brain damage. To human, call them and close the doors. Restaurants avoid places with a selling alcohol. Tell them they have no right to disrespect human dignity, to potentially sell it, to take away their. Tell them to make sure they don't sell alcohol. If they do, then file a complaint, depending what department of laws there are. Could be done and have to tell them this restaurant owner doesn't have the best interest to respect dignity of life of a human. Belongs to God, religious or not, of a potential customer is going to sell them alcohol, put a wine list there, and human might be drunk and harmed internally, bodily harmed by poison. They have no respect for humans in the first place, so they shouldn't open the doors and close the restaurant till they stop selling alcohol or promoting it as well. And or Humans Act will get rid of this, and there are laws on Earth. Humans have to morally respect all other humans' lives. Advertising too, commercials. If people act, they have the phones these days easier. File the complaints, follow up. Sometimes they don't follow up, nothing's done. But if humans act, they help be human earth angels that way. Do more right. We'll get rid of this from the world. No more hard liquor poison. No more alcohol. No more drunken people. Inform their health is more beneficial. Then they can help someone out. They will still have a job for years. Inform them to tell them to think things through first. Simple, even humans talking like this will save lives. Health, tell your mother and parents cared for you for years. You don't drink alcohol. You don't want them to cry. Humans see you harmed. You can't work after. Animals have a soul. Don't want to see you. Don't be crying when you're drunken. These are all things for humans to consider, to care for the health and lives of others, not only their own. A human drinking alcohol, as I stated, wrongs their own health, is a wrong moral example for others. Children don't want to see this. Animals, all other humans, their parents, grandparents, negatively affects the human labor market. Humans can't have jobs. They're drunken, need more funding for disabled people, less people working, more disabled, need more funding for homes, nothing really gets done, everyone is ill, drunk and harmed, brain damaged needlessly. This is poison. It is essentially gasoline, and no one drinks gasoline, so even tell humans this is the gasoline gonna burn your stomach lining, don't drink it. People will avoid alcohol for this reason alone. If the liquor store is closed, then no one will see and think of it and never go and buy any of it. During COVID times as well, there's a World Health Organization to tell them they have to do their job too, the Pope, under God, world religious leaders, the president, prime ministers of all countries, under God, to look into these industries. This is clearly a substance that is rather poison, is not beneficial to any health, harms all internal organs and brain. I'll have potentially life-lasting problematic health concerns, leads to job losses, harmed of disrespect of other lives, is obviously hard liquor, not beneficial in any way to human health or quality of life, and negatively affects others, which humans have no right to do. They're the ones who have to, under God, look into this. If it's not proper to human health, humanity, the commercial industry, the other ones, to close, take away the paycheck of who's hiring these people for years, even if did over years. Would they look into the past, what they were supposed to do over the years? All world leaders and Pope have authority in their job description to look into this and morally do right and help all humanity. In 100 million countries of 100 million people obligated to make sure that they morally do right, respect the dignity of all humans, to never promote the liquor industry, a harmful chemical, harmful to human health, to make sure all commercials are not are no commercials for alcohol sales. There are no advertisement. Whoever sold these, look into the past, have to act now, take away their paychecks. They didn't do morally right and advertise something proper to human health, proper caring of humanity, no proper morally right examples. Find all those humans that sold in restaurants, knew to care for the patrons and never sell alcohol, but did. Close the doors. Make sure they put apologies to all humans, the victims that are wrong. Use their money to rectify that for homes. Help these people. Ask their forgiveness on the earth. Hire those that will care and take the effort to find singers that respect themselves and humanity, not promote this This industry that's been going on for too many years and poisoning million people and damaging brains, leaving them homeless and jobless and offending millions needlessly. This is not morally right. It is very offensive to million people. Human lives and souls are not to be disrespected by anyone else. No one has the right to offend anyone verbally, emotionally. There are ethics laws, bioethics laws. Bioethics boards are not doing everything to close the doors, have to do, or they pay resign. Over the years, look into the past, who didn't do proper. World Health Organization do everything they can to close the doors, stop. It is a liquor industry entirely. These are humans to remind and people to file complaints to see this video, pass it on and protect it to other humans with higher job titles that can do something. They know the laws more, but these are main laws. And under God, every human dignity employer knows, as I stated, that they're gonna affect 100 million viewers if they're gonna sell a product that's right, promote the commercials right, something that is proper to human health and quality of life, then they can do their job. If they're not allowed to be hired because they're gonna wrong million people and they have no right to do. 100 million will suffer and they no right to suffer, make anyone suffer rather. Under God and by law on the earth. But millions made humans suffer in all industries, bioethics boards, the commercial industry, advertisement, those that did, millions of restaurants, club owners, promoters. Did this millions' lives suffer loss? They are morally responsible in those ways that they are for those lives harmed and lost. These humans don't get away under God and Jesus morally did wrong, are assessed on earth. But in the other lives and they had no right to wrong are victims, humans living with nothing rectified, no funding given to them and they're poor after lose jobs. Humans offended wrong, like humans clean mind as myself, others hearing advertisements, don't want to see videos, even bypassing that I avoid, but to look online to find something interesting and intelligent on the part of a singer is almost impossible these days. The 100 million song singers and that started off singing gospel songs in the 90s have still songs for over 24 years and made the billions of dollars online and still all offending humans and promoting these cigarette, alcohol in their videos and other morally offensive content. And there's nothing except two songs that are intelligent, clean-minded, that don't offend a viewer, and humans trained have their time wasted looking for something nice to intelligent to listen to and informative to help humans, but there's not. Whoever's the industry running these and different online video companies, YouTube, different ones, movie industries, especially the liquor I'm mentioning about here and other videos. I put another one for all other world leaders, different job titles have to be respect whoever they hire. They affect million customers, patrons, any other stores that sell alcohol, potentially Walmart, that sell alcoholic content. They obviously know is hazardous to human health and doesn't benefit anyone. What the potential harmful side effects are, how it's gonna affect they know loved ones of them and disrespect dignity. They already know that they're selling something on their floor that is already gonna harm internal organs and has no benefit to human proper health and well-being and that of others that they know. So obviously these store owners and managers do not have a respect of dignity and life of these humans, potential customers, and that of the ones that they know might have children offended, lives lost, to sell alcohol, beer, hard liquor, and should be avoided in their stores to file complaints with customers right away, saying these exact words. There are laws about this. They have to take it off the floor. They cannot sell a harmful substance in the store and promote anything that disrespects the life and will disrespect the quality of life and health of another human being. They have no right under God and as human to sell something, a product that will be harmful, poisonous, and burn internal organs, beer, other harmful substances, alcoholic beverages, stronger, hard liquor, cigars, cigarettes, weed, anything that will really harm human health in any way and not have any at all proper benefit to human health. These humans don't respect the life of their customers. They are known when they're hired to ask if they're going to sell proper products that will help human health. If they're not, they cannot be hired, but there are millions hired. So if humans file complaints, they can get rid of these managers. State this, there are laws. They don't respecting the dignity and the value of a life of their customers. The potential customers to see this alcohol there. Most people don't want to see it, would rather see something they need, drive far or poor to get what they need, especially COVID times and leave than to see a whole aisle of and walk through a cold store looking and have to go walk by alcoholic beverages that is not beneficial to human health, is poisonous, causes internal bodily harm, brain and burns, chemical burns in organs for life can be healed. To humans to file complaints. Respect, take the second. People most walk by, have a busy life, but don't even know about it. But we do have the phones. There's a file complaint department. There are customer service reps walking everywhere, have the little walkie-talkies. That's what the manager there, they can call right away. Say the customer complaint and they have to come on the floor and we'll talk to you and say you're disrespecting potentially these customers. This is a harmful substance, beer, alcohol. You cannot sell it here. It is no benefit to health and other lives. Please take it off the floor. By law, you cannot sell this. There are laws and under God, they cannot sell any harmful to human health substance, and that's alcohol. Beer, and tell them you might have someone drive an accident or something when they buy this. You cannot sell this here. If people act and file the complaints, they will take it off the floor. They will never sell it. Those companies will stop sales. And higher level told in the head office said what they did. Maybe there's laws, fines when they know they cannot put these on the floor, but did. Take away their paycheck. They obviously don't have the best interest in their customers to promote proper sales of proper nutritious food, especially COVID times, and selling alcohol, which is not beneficial to health and human immune systems. They're endangering more lives. Potentially, if humans buy it, they do have choice, but they're not in putting signs there. As COVID times, if a human and World Health Organization and the Pope, they're not doing their job. Humans to remind them to see this video, give it to them. They have to do their job. In description, they're under God obligated by law. If they don't, they're not doing everything in their job description to care for their humans. Under them, the million followers, the humans are suffering needlessly. Liquor is sold, jobs lost, more funding needs for disabled, no one does jobs, the whole industry, everything goes downhill. Everyone's sad, depressed, no one's happy, humans' lives offended. This drastically affects one life, and this had humans in the high-level jobs of 100 million people. President didn't do his job for years. Previous Pope, this one, the president, Biden, they have all their jobs, and then they hire the people under them or question if they're gonna care for the health and dignity of all. And if they don't end up monitoring this, and million people selling these in industries need to be dealt with, could be one phone call, stores closed, with these liquor there, fined if needed, depending what the laws are. They're not selling a helpful to health substance, and keep in mind, push this issue with COVID and variant strains that humans impossible to prevent the spread in not only their own health, to respect the health and dignity of 100 million lives, for humans to keep their immune system and health proper as best they can, especially while the COVID is going on and different mutant strains, because unknowing what will happen in the future. If humans have kids, to be healthy as possible, immune systems are harmed with sales of alcohol, stomach lining damage, immune system obviously harmed. Cannot fight off viruses. If a human gets drunk and gets a virus, might spread. Others might be affected. There are different mutant strains with no vaccines. If it keeps spreading and the immune system's wronged, then the human will not fight it off, affects the future generations of humans if they have kids. Humans that drink obviously shouldn't have kids ever if they have harmed health, but who knows what happens in the future. This is humans' life affects another one, to get rid of these all harmful alcoholic substances from the market, and will save 100 million lives in the future of humanity. Human with a healthier immune systems. Humans care for their health, have a child that's healthy, and throughout the years will have healthy children. This affects the future and the present of all humans, to care for the health and well-being of whatever's left of humanity, to fix on the high-level jobs, to do their job, turn in the paycheck, look into previous employers if they did wrong, take away the paycheck, rectify the wrongs, help the victims. Victims drunken, help this, find homes for them. Someone promoted this wrong, they got drunk illegally, wrongly, they need help, the poor, disabled, cannot work. These humans, restaurants, when proper by law, have to help victims, cannot. They need to close the doors. During COVID times separately, they have to close doors. They cannot have human patrons dining and eating any within even 2 meters at all as well during COVID times to prevent the spread. But all humans, even with doors closed, to assess the restaurants if they ever sold the managers alcohol, to take it before the restaurants ever open. The nightclubs, if they ever open when COVID's gone. Parent strains, to do their part now, to think of these things in the present, to care for human health. Respect your own health. You're responsible for the health and lives of potentially 100 patrons, customers, dancing human, clean mind humans that need to care for their health. Humans to promote something nutritious and help their health. You will do far off better morally and under God and Jesus to help someone's life. Promote proper nutrition, proper sales advertisements of healthy snacks, up-to-date research to look online, and you will actually probably have more million viewers that care and love to know of proper health, and it will benefit more people going in proper timing to stores and get what they need and leave and care and respect human life, versus selling, promoting alcoholic beverages, killing humans, harming them potentially, burning their organs when they internalize it, damaging the brain. You know have no right to make a substance that will harm million people this way. Humans that know these people, managers, tell them you can, your job description, you obviously own a store, liquor store that is going to harm million people, so never open the doors. You have no right to do this, to open it and sell this. Invest your time better to close the doors and fix it, to get rid of this properly. Recycle the bottles, put the money into something proper, open a proper nutrition store. You will save the health and lives of millions, not harm 100 million people potentially, burn their organs if they sell or buy this. They will not be brain damaged. You will help humanity. You do morally right and not morally wrong, under God and by law. Proper respect bioethics of humans, the ethics to the morally right, to respect the human dignity of another human life and how they affect others, prevent car accidents, drunkenness, disorderliness, loss of jobs, people brain damage, more people disabled need care funding for that versus people doing jobs helping others, economy failing. This is all affected by one owner of a liquor store that needs to be closed, have his doors and taken away his paycheck job and close the doors. And this will save a lot of people affected if they don't buy any alcohol. Put a store that people drive to, save their health to have a store to drive to that actually sells something beneficial to human health, not poison. Cigar stores, same, closed, advertisements gone, the millions invest, put it to those kind people in Africa. The little children have lives, have no parents, humans that care enough but have no shelter from the sun and water to invest instead of the liquor store, the $1 million to make those bottles. There's a stores in Canada sell a case of 20 basic small bottles of water for approximately $2 can be shipped, sent clean water to those countries where they need every day a few bottles of water each child to live and don't have and no food and save their health and instead of selling poison and potentially harming the humans and economy and killing humans dying and suffering by opening a liquor store. For humans to think of these things and act and use this information that I chose and seen suffering in the world and choose to stop it and humans to act to help me, who has a higher job contact information of this industry, know the laws more, file the complaints, even lay people. Humans have rights, customers, to file a complaint, tell store managers what they need them to sell, proper to health, or they're going to lose customers. They don't want that. Something proper to health, not alcohol. Tell them to take it off the floor. They have to act. Then they'll be gone from the shelves. They will tell them to sell something proper, some nutritious food, and the humans will save them gas money, go and buy what they need and leave. Less strain on the heart, less walking, looking through the store for what they don't need and find something what they need. Care for themselves. The managers will care for their customers that way. If they don't, they're not worth shopping in their stores. These humans need fired. By law, cannot work there, and their job description are not doing their job and affecting 100 million customers every day, suffering this way, walking by alcoholic products that shouldn't be sold. Millions see this and leave and can't buy anything they need. Waste gas money. Humans' lives are wrong this way, and no right to be disrespect this way. So everyone, please care for your own health. Respect your lives and the health of others. Keep this in mind too, that your mother cared for your health and loved you into existence rather for 9 months. Carried you in the womb. Chose to be perfectly healthy, respected your dignity of a valuable life, to care for it, to be born healthy, to take care of you as a child raised properly and healthy, financially work to care for you to be raised this way, proper shelter, proper care and health, proper teachers and care to guide you, to morally do right, to care for your health so then you can care for your own health and help others, to get married potentially and have your own healthy child affects another life, to never do morally wrong and to drink alcohol. It's poison, think of it that way. You'd rather drink Gatorade and have some electrolytes, eat a meal, then you have fuel, calories to do something physically proper. A good example, your life affects another life, a family member, a dog, pet. Have emotions to a soul. Will be happy, you will be happy for life and healthy and be able to exercise and do a job, to study. If you have a damaged brain drinking, you cannot learn anything. You will never have a job. There is almost no funding for disability. Be on the street freezing frostbite and suffer no money for hot chocolate to stay warm. For million day and night is millions on the street poor in Canada still, in America. And in the other countries, hot temperatures, no water, clean water, no food, no shelter from the sun. This is still true as seen everyone in the world can easily see the news, and that's what is going on. So stop these industries that made the billions. Tell them to resign, put some nutrition content in stores, open health stores, proper human health, greenhouses, promote the health of proper nutritious food. The research been done mostly for years, which foods are beneficial, summarize in little pins, put these on, pose these in commercials, put them on the side of stores. People would love to see something beneficial, not waste their time. They have one life to live, busy lives. But if they keep seeing advertisements of promoting that simple information, such as all nuts are except for humans with allergies, but humans that internalize certain nuts have all the little amino acids. A good healthy snack for fuel energy throughout the day is better than seeing a liquor ad. Offensive, a bottle of pure poison that is useless. Most people don't drink at all and go buy and see, but it would see something more beneficial and actually have better health and buy something and go to the store knowing, learn something that most people don't know, that these nuts and seeds are more beneficial to health throughout the day. They could actually then go to the store and have more industry promoted and people going to stores and buy something healthy and be healthy that they need. Advertisements of wrong and alcohol to be gotten rid of by humans. Whoever knows the higher offices to complain to them. Put a fine. There are fines for certain place laws. Most other people, some know about this. They do exist. Ethics laws, bioethics laws. Humans to act. Do what is morally right. Think of how you as a human would be respected, want to be. No one wants to hear about alcohol already for years. They know it's wrong in many ways, as I stated. Think of it as poison and it'll burn your organs, so don't drink it. Tell humans this to avoid that. Why? For that reason. If humans think of this and inform other people, then they will avoid it and no one will drink and everyone will be healthy and then help others, be good role models. Excuse me. And respect the health and dignity and lives of all humans as their right to be respected. On the earth, respect God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, a temple, human, all soul have a spirit to do, use their virtues to do right. All humans, religious or not, know this. All job employers, all humans employing them, all the customers, they know all are humans. The animals are affected, the nature then. Every life affects another life and has a right to be a valuable life respected, their dignity of God within them, by all others, especially those main industry leaders, advertisers, commercial people. So please, if anyone can, file the complaints. Avoid the advertisement. If you see advertisement on a store that's useless, take a second. Everyone has the internet access, phones online. Write it down. Get online. 1 second. Make a complaint or go to the store. See, the managers are always mostly there in the stores. Tell them you paid $1 million for this big poster or liquor bottle. Take it down. Put something more informative. Humans, the customers have rights. Humans don't say it's offensive. I don't want to see this. I don't want others to suffer. This is poisonous. Don't promote the sales of it. It's poison. It's not beneficial to health. You cannot. Don't. You could put a beneficial, nutritious advertisement. Preventative COVID sign, something to help humanity. Informative. Not a liquor bottle. Paid $1 million for a signed poster made the size of a wall. Could you use that and take that money and recycle it and give it to children needy in Africa? Close your doors, turn your store into a nutrition store or greenhouse. Promote the health and well-being, save whatever left of the customers you had that harmed your health. Promote proper nutrition, do morally right, rectify on earth. You're morally obligated to do or close your doors, turn your paycheck in. You shouldn't have opened the doors. You shouldn't have promoted any alcohol sales. You obviously don't care for any human life, potential customers. If you're gonna sell 40% poison, that even one drop burns the tongue and organs. So why you open the doors? You can't. If humans complain this way, they will close the doors. More stores will open that care for humans will be better off. There's a lot of people that love to work but don't have jobs. Get rid of the ones that don't care for humanity but have to. Take away their paychecks and give it to humans that care, and have more people actually going to stores and being healthier, of proper substances, foods bought, healthy products and other products, and they'll be better for the economy, for all human health and lives, save whatever's left of human lives and health. The world leaders have to be doing this. They haven't for years. The Pope, humans to tell them this. Humans have to act. I'm only one human, would love to do, but I can't accomplish everything. I don't have the actual higher level contact information. I tried certain things, but more people do. So whoever does, please help. Save the health and lives of 100 million people. Keep in mind, one store could affect millions of customers. Close the liquor stores. Promoted even purpose of COVID, human immune systems, and affect the future. Who knows what strains will come out? Humans have to save their own health, prevent the spread of 2 million people, affect other lives. Liquor stores are pure poison, obviously, and then harm the immune system. There's no point to selling it, to close those doors. Put a small shop selling masks, proper. Do something to save humanity's health. All lives are humans have one life to live, or have to be respected at all times as all humans have right to be. So keep in mind, respect your own dignity and health and of others. Don't ever drink alcohol. Don't drink any hard liquor with alcohol, wine, spirits that have alcohol. Inform others, you will save their health and lives of millions. Don't promote the industry, advertisements, file complaints, and get rid of them right away. Say these humans that are doing it and their job cannot do under God are morally doing wrong. Take away their paycheck. And to hire someone that will put in intelligent, useful information advertisements to help people versus advertising alcohol poison. It is not beneficial to anyone's human health. Of others, lives will be lost, humans wronged, humans becoming drunken, disabled, no jobs, economy down. To even state this and then have the doors closed and all liquor stores closed, no one hears about liquor anymore. No more time wasted, no more people driving by, could drive to a store, needed something and leave. People pay money for gas and it's cold. They're already poor enough to make money just to drive somewhere. There are no good stores. People drive miles. Don't want to see a liquor store. No one drinks alcohol. Get rid of it entirely. Cigar stores, cigarette stores, weed stores. Obviously, these are harmful, cause cancer, poisonous. Everyone knows. If humans act, few phone calls, tell the manager, they close the door, the store's gone. Open nutrition-based proper places for human health to care. That's what's most important. If humans have their health, they can accomplish something and care for others. If they don't, then their health fails. Everyone else is negatively affected, and all humans are not happy. And humans cannot help others. So be human earth angels, care for humans, inform them, share this video to all. Respect your dignity of valuable life and health and that of others as you want to be respected. Never promote the sales or advertisement of alcohol. Remind others you will save their own souls, their lives that affect another life. Get rid of those ones that are promoting in the videos that have been overdone for years as it is. Singers, songwriters, fire them all. take away their paychecks for the previous years by law have to. They didn't do morally right. Lives were lost. Help the victims. Tell them commercials, advertisements, wasted human time. They have no right to do. Humans have a valuable life. Could have been intelligent and promoted something proper. Fire those humans that run it. Tell them to hire proper people. By law, they have to do. They affect million viewers. Have to promote something proper to human health, intelligent, or they can't work. Need to hire a different human to run this commercial agency, magazine agencies. The World Health Organization has to do more. FDA, the Pope, Prime Minister, they trained themselves for these jobs, studied, and have to do all their jobs. They hire people to help them, and then they have to do their job too, but they're not always doing their jobs. Need humans to remind them, tell them, and a phone calls will help, complaints, and it will be done. And even a few seconds, calls in a day will get rid of million liquor stores. Restaurants do close it, no sell alcohol. Immune systems, even portray that COVID, who knows what the future holds, to help whatever left of humans to have proper immune systems, not damage organs, proper health as they can to save the future of humanity, children, other future lives, jobs. Close the doors, no more cigarettes, no more other harmful illegal substances, even if find that are sold, file a complaint, tell the managers not selling it to help human health. They cannot do by law and under God, so tell them to take it off the floor. They have to act that way. You will save the health and lives of millions of people, and you will stop them have their time wasted looking at walking by things that are harmful to health that no one will buy. Human time is valuable, affects all other lives. So respect your health and dignity and of all other humans, and avoid drinking alcohol and thinking about it and hard liquor. Respect your own health, your parents, mother that loved you into existence. Think of it. They don't want your harmed health, brain, drinking poison. Don't smoke, don't do drugs. Do what is morally right. You affect the lives and future of humanity and other children. Genetically, who knows as well. Humans have to care for their own health, respect their own human life, and health affects the future life of humans, future generations, to be healthy as they possibly can. Everyone be human earth angels, help others with this information, share this video to highest level offices and liquor places, boards, other high level offices, all humans in the world, humans that know humans that are alcoholics. Inform them to think first, act. You will save their lives and health. And everyone then will be healthy and happy, then physically capable of helping someone else, and everyone see them happy. The animals, pets will be happy, children will be happy, healthy. And then everyone have joy in their lives and live and respected by all in peace and have heaven on earth as they rightly deserve at all times. Thank you for listening to this message. Angelica Jikela mentioned, even through life experience and see different things to prevent the health failing and suffering of humanity, animals, nature. Please see this video and other helpful ones and get to the highest offices, please, in 100 million viewers. I am a human being, humanitarian, but a crippled human earth angel. I need other humans to act to help me. Please to share this into the world. As soon as human acts, then this will be resolved in the world. Even few phone calls will get rid of million stores. Then push the opening of proper to human other health, not only for yourself, but you will benefit 100 other people going to a store every day to give them ideas of proper nutrition store. or some gym or something beneficial to human health, depending what's going on in COVID times to consider, but beneficial for human health. In something intelligent, humans will value, help the economy, human life will be better for years. No alcohol, no drugs, no cigars, no cigarettes, and restore a respect for all human proper health and peace. What is most important, human health and happiness above all, and heaven on earth for all. Please share this video with 100 million people and save their health and lives, and be human earth angels yourself. Use your virtues out of respect of all other humans and care, and save their health and lives. Bring joy to their lives when they're suffering relief. No more alcohol. No more intoxicating, harmful, poisonous substance even to hear of. And everyone will have heaven and earth at all times as they rightly deserve, as you want to be respected and deserve as well.